Okay, well, if you look back at last week before going on to this week's game, you miss, like you said, Heather and Lauren. And when we talked last week, you were missing quite a few players for the game. Yet you then go and win 7-0. How much does that prove about the depth that we do talk about this team quite a lot?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I mean, I'm aware that the position that I find myself in is one of luxury. Like, I'm aware of it. I know that the squad is fantastic. One player is missing, someone else can drop in. It's credit to the football club and the way that they supported Callum and I to bring this squad together. It's credit to the girls in the main, the togetherness and the the team morale that we've got, in the fact that some players know that, we're talking about Heather Pettit and Heather Gardner and Lauren Churcher. They're two fantastic players. Some players know that if they're available, fit, and ready, that they're people that, if they're playing well, they're hard to leave out. People come in, and then when they're not available, they come in and take the chance and do really, really well. So it gives me good headaches. And yeah, I'm just delighted with the way that everyone applies themselves when they get the opportunity, and the way they train week in, week out. It's testament to them as as players, really. So professional, do their job, do everything we ask of them, and yeah, I'm in a really, really lucky position. Really lucky position.
Okay, well, we speak a lot about momentum. Do you think coming off that fixture, 7-0 one, like we said, you think you can take the momentum into this next game? Well, these next two games against the same team.
That's the plan. That's the plan. We've obviously played Rotherham before in the friendly. Appreciate that some time ago now, but we've played them, so they'll know a little bit about us. We'll know a little bit about them, albeit both teams maybe have changed a little bit. But yeah, we'll know. We plan to impose ourselves, as I say, every game. We plan to impose ourselves with the ball, without the ball, and ultimately go and take the game to them. And that's what we plan to do.
Well, the team, you both are level on points, obviously, taking into account that Lincoln United have played one less game. But what type of game are you expecting?
A tough one. I'm expecting a tough match. The game that we played in the pre-season, they had a couple of good players that stick out in my mind that we're aware of. We know the formation that they played that day. We know how they could hurt us. We know how we could hurt them. I'm expecting it to be a game against a really difficult opposition, an opposition that's been in this league for some time, finished second behind a very good Peterborough United side. So we have to go into this game fully prepared to battle and bring out our best performance to get 3 points away from home against the Rotherham team. It's a huge game. It's a huge game in the fact that we play each other the following week. There's not 6 weeks break or 3 months break between each fixture. They're back to back. So Sunday has the potential for both teams to have a significant impact potentially on the following week.
Okay. All right, and then I'm looking at their records and their games. They average 4 goals conceded like per game. Some games they've conceded less, some games they've conceded much more. But as our strikers have been, you mean 7 goals last game. Do you expect them to continue their scoring form this week?
In short, yes. But I expect that every game. I expect the strikers to continue their scoring form every game. I appreciate we're lucky when it's 7, 8s, and 10s. Like that's I'm not expecting them to reach. Not expecting Navi to score 5 on Sunday. But we will create chances. We will
Mhm.
create chances in games. I expect that to be the same on Sunday, and the form that they're all in. Lucy, Abby, Lauren, Abby Ringrose, the form that they're all in, the four that are in and out of that front three. Um, I expect at least one, maybe two to go in because of the form that they're in. So, yeah, it all comes down to the momentum that we talk about, doesn't it? So, going off on a tangent here, I expect my defenders to defend the way they've been defending because of the performances and the momentum that we have. I expect everything just to fluidly continue. It's not going to be easy, but we have to be prepared for a battle and a difficult fixture. But if we're switched on to the fact that we need to perform at the levels that we have done before, then I know that we'll be there or thereabouts, I hope.
Okay. Speaking on a person you just alluded to, Abby Morel, she's got 48 goals for the club. She's 2 away from her big 50-50. How great an addition has she been since joining?
Yeah, very, very good. I mean, words can't really do her justice, can they? Phenomenal. People look at Abby didn't do a pre-season. Abby didn't do a pre-season because she was recovering from the dislocated knee that happened in the semi-final. So Abby didn't do a pre-season, by the way, and been catching up. And so I've looked. I think that Abby has had this season 44 contributions in goals, 29 goals, and the rest assists. People could look at Abby Morel and go, "Oh yeah, just a goal machine," and she is absolutely that. Yeah. But she's more than just. An assist on fact. So we scored 7 on Sunday. Abby Morel had a hand in 6 of them. 5 goals and assist. Away at Funnell, Abby Morel scored. We scored 4. Abby Morel got a goal and 2 assists. Against West Brom, Abby Morel won the free kick. So contribution-wise, she's phenomenal, isn't she? She's absolutely phenomenal, and not just as a player, but like what a person to have around as well. I mean, yeah, just a top person to have around the football club, and what an impact she has on the pitch. Like, can't praise her enough.
Okay, so are there any new injuries? What's the squad looking like fitness-wise?
No new injuries. Tracy's not available. Sally has got a fracture in her wrist from Sunday.
Oh, okay.
But has been past able to play and train. I think it's only a small fracture. She's in a splint that the doctors have said that she can play in and train in. Other than that, there's no new injury news. We welcome back Lauren Churcher, Heather, Steph. Yeah, welcome them back into the squad this week, which is good news. But no injury news that's going to necessarily affect people playing or squad time. Just Tracy with the knee, which we know about, and Sally's wrist, but has been past fit to play.